Hey everyone, happy 4th. Yes, we are here making it work, baby. um, Today, welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys got a chance to check out yesterday's intro. So, it's all about vibrations. So, today we're going to talk about vibrations and their distractions. So, I left off on talking about how the vibrations of the original bang are still into play now. And with that, which I found super fascinating, is it allows the sounds of creation from the creator to continue to resonate every single day. So that sound is echoing throughout time, and it just keeps going and going and going and going and going until time ends, which is infinite, because it doesn't. And time is relative, like I've been told so many times. So when you expect things to happen, it happened in its timing. It's kind of like, for me, what I was taught was when time and destiny meets together. And it's kind of like when you're in this point that you mentally are in alignment with the vibrational sounds that are echoing throughout time, and you're finally elevated, like resident, like you can actually hear where that sound is. So this is the big bang, the intent of where you're supposed to be in your life. This is what I'm learning. This is the intent of where you're supposed to be in life. So that sound has been echoed out. This is what you can do. This is what you can do. This is what you can do. This is who you can be. This is who you can be. And that sound is like, okay, Joy, you're meant to be a singer. Joy, you're meant to be a motivational speaker. Joy, you're meant to do this, this, that, and the other. And that sound is just echoing out in time. I believe that everything happens for a reason. You got to learn, you got to get there. I also believe that we have the power to create our own destinies. We have different ways in which we can live our life. And it's up to us to determine, are we strong enough, or do we believe in ourselves enough to get to that point? And that's where the distractions come from. The distractions of life. It is so easy to be distracted and to not really meet that point where you're supposed to be, like, or that point where your inner self knows, like, this is what I want to do. That desire in your heart wasn't placed there on accident. It was placed there because you can do it, which is weird. So let me tell you this. In my journey, like I stated before, I was homeless and I was living on people's couches. That was the worst. But it was the best because I had to empower myself, or I had to find ways to become empowered to go after what I believe in and my purpose and my dream and what I believe that I could do. So during my time of homelessness, and people didn't know at all, like only the people that were involved, because a lot of times some people just don't care. If it's a sad story, they don't want to hear it. But if it's a story of victory, they're all for it. And that's okay. That's people. There's no judgment at all. But in that time, I had to really seclude myself in a point where I had to figure out what it is that I wanted to do in my life. So therefore, meditation was strong. I was constantly in prayer because I was always in like some anxiety issue. We'll talk about that later on another video. But my anxiety was high, like ridiculous high, because I didn't know if I was coming or going. And so that for that moment, for that time, I was constantly listening to music in my ears. I constantly had my headphones on because internally I was like unbalanced completely. And then one day it clicked for me that I should use this time to do what it is that I always wanted to dream. that I've always dreamt of doing. And that number one thing is singing. I love to sing. I sing every day. I sing every day, and that's just what I do. It makes my heart happy. So with that, I had to go past the distractions of my life. The distractions in my life was I didn't have a car. I didn't have a home. That was mine. Sometimes I barely had food. Sometimes I didn't have food at all. And the only thing I had was a dream. And that dream was to sing. And it wasn't something easy to do at all. Mind you, I walked a mile and a half to 3 miles one way every day to catch a bus. And it was crazy. Oh, the times I had. But in that instance, it gave me an opportunity to think about who I wanted to be and what I wanted to do, especially for that moment. And I had to clear out everything in my life and take that moment and just be. And sometimes when life hits you hard and it slaps you in the face, or even if life doesn't hit you that hard and it doesn't slap you in the face and you're just living your day-to-day life, sometimes we can get to the point where we are just existing. And on the inside, we know that we should be more. We should do more. But it's always a but. It's always a but. It's always a but. Not now, but I can't, but I would do this, but I have children and I can't, because it's always an excuse. Always an excuse. And it happens in my life too. I'm an adult. Life happens. But sometimes we forget to dream and we forget to use our imagination, because in that imagination is that sound where we actually are moving up to catch that wave of sound, that vibration from the original bang. Can't even say it. From the original bang. And that's difficult. Life, you got cell phones that go off all the time. You got TV shows. You got just a lot of noise that consumes you. And sometimes I think that being in the 90s or before allowed us to be us and to fulfill our dreams and to create new things and to create new passions and to follow our dreams without anything holding us back. But I digress. So with that, what happened with me when I decided to take away and to push away, and it was not easy, to push away all of my distractions because they were no longer there. Losing my place, losing my car was probably the best thing for me to do, and giving up my job, because it allowed me to see who I truly, truly was. And I'm an incredible person. I mean, and we'll talk about worth later. That's going to be another video too. I really am. I'm a pretty dope person. I'm pretty dope. And during my homeless times, and it's okay to say that. Just be okay with saying that you're dope, because you are. You're amazing. You're amazing too, because you're amazing. Just in general. But during that time, I was able to sing with a few Grammy Award winners, and my dreams started coming true. I had my own band. I had my own band. I had my own band in Detroit. I sang in Detroit. I act in Detroit, on the streets of Detroit. It might not have been like a huge thing at the time, but I did it. I lived and I am continuing to live my dream because I took away the distractions, the things that were holding me back. Bills will always be there until you die. TV will always be there until you die. It'll just be a different form. Your cell phone, your family will always be there until you die or they die. But your passion and your desire for life and your desire to move forward, that's all on you. And you can let time slip by and not do anything. That's just what I've learned. That's all on me. That's what I think about to myself. You could. And where would you be? Still yearning for a dream? Still not able to say that you sang or you've done things with someone you've admired since you were a kid? Like, existing isn't what it is. I've learned to live my life and to try to find the vibrations. Well, that's it for today. Your little 10 to 12 minute sermon. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope that you come back, and I hope that you subscribe. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you felt this and if you want to continue on with my journey, because I got to catch you guys up to where I am right now. So we'll go from there. Hope to see you tomorrow or whenever you check out this video. Time has no relevance, so I hope it resonates with you. Like, subscribe. If you want to donate, feel free to donate to me. I'll put it right here on the side. Feel free to donate to me, and it's cool. I hope to see you guys later.